Hey everybody, this is Julie. I am hopefully on the right page. I think it's like a minute after 8 o'clock. I said I was going to do a live on Monday. This is going to be Make It Monday, a new feature on our Positive Paper Crafters group page, and I hope that I'm there. I'm very technically challenged, and I was struggling for the last 5 minutes or so to find the right stream key to the right page and get everything set up. So hopefully this is live. I don't have it set so that I can see comments and see if people are checking in. I usually go back and look at those after I do my live videos. So if you're saying hi to me, hi everybody. I hope that I've got a few people joining me. If not, maybe you're watching it on replay. But this is a new feature for our new group, and I'm really excited about this group. Positive Paper Crafters. I love to be a positive person, and I want to surround myself with positivity, and I'm hoping that all of you guys that have joined me so far are feeling those good vibes. Really hoping to grow the group and get more people involved and have a lot of fun. I love to have fun. We're going to have prizes and giveaways and tutorials and, you know, all kinds of good stuff on this group page. So please continue to comment, post, like, share. I love when people share. It's a great place to be positive, and as paper crafters, we share our love of card making with others all the time. So we're constantly making and giving, and it's just a great feeling. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. So today is our very first Make It Monday. And I used to do a feature called Mondays Are Hard, Stamping Shouldn't Be. And I used to do videos, and I would edit them and upload them, and that was a lot of work. So I've kind of merged into the live scene where I can just record live. Whatever comes out of my mouth is going to come out of my mouth. So my thoughts may be a little scrambled. I'm not editing this. This is live. And I'm just going to take a little bit of time on a Monday night, not a ton of time, show you how to make a card. Some of the cards that I will be making in the future will be my own designs, but today we are focusing on a card that's in the current annual catalog. So I'm going to switch over to my workspace, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, and I'm going to show you a Make It card. So let me switch over here, and hopefully we are good. Okay. Here is the workspace. So as promised, we have Blossoms in Bloom and His Love. These are two stamp sets that happen to be in the catalog that's going to be expiring very soon on pages 50 and 51. So you can see the two stamp sets right here. And we are actually going to be making this card right here on the bottom. I thought this was really pretty. And so I dissected it. I don't have the exact card recipe that they may have, you know, sometimes they have in the back office, they have like how to make the different cards in the catalogs. I didn't bother to do any research. I just did my own estimations. And this is the card that I came up with. So I think I did pretty good. What do you guys think? Close. Now my card doesn't have the little embellishments that this one has on it just yet, but I wanted to show you how I came to this Make It Beautiful card. And when I get all done making this blue one with you, I'm going to show you two other color variations. I love color. So of course, me being me, I had to make the same design in some different colors because I love to, you know, have fun with color. So without further ado, we're just going to make this card. And it is a really simple card, which is nice, right? Sometimes you need a simple card. So I have my paper trimmer out, and this is just a 8.5 by 5.5. So this is a half a sheet of cardstock already cut in half. This is the thick Whisper White. I like to use the thick for the card bases. And I have discovered that other than using my bone folder, I really like my paper trimmer for scoring my card bases now. So I'm just going to put my paper at 4 1/4. So that's half of this. And I'm going to score it with my light color blade, which is this one right here. So that just gives me a nice a score line right inside there. You can see how neat maybe that is. And then now that I've got it scored in half, I'm going to cut off just a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to trim off 1/2 inch from one side. So you can see that it's just a super teeny tiny strip of paper. And that's going to give us that the peek through for our designer paper. And I determined that they probably used a little bit of Pool Party, and this is the paper that they had used. I also really enjoy that things are two-sided here, so there's two designs to work with, but I've determined that Pool Party, and I cut this 5.5 by 1 inch, so I've got this a little bit wider than the 1/2 inch that I cut off, so that when you open it, there's not like a, you know, if you have problems getting this on here straight, you've got a little playroom, because this is showing a 1/2 inch, this is 1 inch worth of paper. So that strip is going to go in later, but other than that, we're just going to stamp on this card base. So if you're a beginner stamper, you don't have a ton of supplies, this is a great card for you. So we're going to set that aside, and the paper trimmer can go aside as well. And I do like to use my bone folder though. I'm going to make sure I get a nice crease there. And then we're going to bring in our stamps and our inks. So we've got this big, big, big stamp from the Blossoms in Bloom. This is the big flower one. So you can see that it's all one stamp. It's not 5 individual flowers. If you have something at home that's 5 individual flowers and you want to make this card, recreate it using individual flowers, just, you know, stamp away and create the same pattern. It's really that simple. So you need the biggest block that Stampin' Up! Has, clear block, for this stamp. This is a really big one. And to get our colors here, I'm going to pull in some of my ink pads. We're going to ink it up first with a balmy blue. We're going to get that nice blue, light blue color on it. And because this is so big, I'm just applying the ink while my stamp is in the facing up position. So you can see that I'm trying to get a good coverage. I'm not sure if my balmy blue has as much ink. I might need to get my re-inker out and give it a little extra love here. And you can see that I'm wiping with a baby wipe the blue ink. As I tend to, when I'm tapping this ink over, I probably should be more careful. I was rocking it a little bit and I got ink on my block. And earlier when I was practicing this card, I was getting ink everywhere. So you'd think, you know, lessons learned and all that good stuff. This one is the Pacific Point, and we're going to add a little bit of color right onto this already inked stamp. I'm going to use a sponge dauber for this one, and because this is a darker color than what I've got going on, I'm just very free to just add a little bit of color here around the middles. And I'm not transferring the light ink onto my darker pad. You wouldn't want to go the opposite. You wouldn't want to put this in the dark ink and then put it into the light ink, because then you're going to get the wrong ink where you don't want it. So I'm going to set that aside. So you can see here, I've got the balmy blue, which is really not super showing up because I've used my stamp before and it's got kind of a red tint to it. But here is what it looks like here. And I'm going to use my best judgment here to line this up. So what I'm trying to do is line up this one in the 2 corners here and have a little bit hanging off, because that's what my design looked like in the book. So I'm going to put it down right here. I am committed. This is it. We're stamping this. Hopefully it looks good. I'm going to let the ink absorb into the paper a little bit, and up it comes, and it's so pretty. Look, I love it. So if you are putting in the paper, this is where you want to make sure you're not putting it in until after you stamp. Just in case you've stamped down too low and you've stamped off this little line and stamped some on here, this paper would then cover that boo-boo up. But if you had glued this down first and you stamped off, then it's going to be on your designer paper. But I am super happy with how that one turned out. I'm so good with that. It just looks beautiful. So there's our 2-tone blue. So you can see that with one stamp, we can get a couple of different colors in. I want to take a second just to say this is a distinctive stamp set. So you can kind of see from the image here, it's got some highs and lows. It's got some places where the ink shows different tone, and that's on purpose. So that's kind of a cool wash look. If you're really into the art things, that is just a really neat thing. Our sample went where, Julie? Where did my sample go? Here it is. Okay, I'm going to just bring this in so you can kind of see how I was making this just like the book. So I'm going to bring in Mint Macaron next. And it's kind of funny because normally the inside of the flower would be yellow and the leaves would be green, but they went with the opposites here. And I'm just recreating this card as seen in catalog. So I've got the Mint Mac ink, and I'm just using little seed centers, and see that it does not have to be perfect. This is one of those artsy cards. This is a great card for people that are afraid to be like exact in their stamping. This gives you some leeway to just, you know, put those colors down. So there is the green with the Mint Macaron in the centers. And now we're going to use this teeny tiny leaf with crushed curry. And you can see that with these 2 little tiny blocks, we went from the biggest block to the smallest 2 blocks that they have available. So we've got quite the range here. So I've got this little leaf and the crushed curry, And I'm going to stick this one right here in the middle, just like my catalog picture suggests. And I'm going to put a couple of these down here. And I'm kind of sweeping them outward a little bit. That one didn't ink all the way across, but because this is such an artsy looking card, I'm not really concerned that I don't have a full image there. I don't really feel like it takes away from that at all. So here's where we are so far. Super simple stamping, right? And really pretty results. I'm going to put that one away, and we're going to bring in our sentiment. So the sentiment came from the stamp set called His Love, and this one says rejoice and be glad, and I just really like these stamps together. We are bringing in Misty Moonlight for this one. So the Misty Moonlight is one of the in colors that's carrying over for one more year, and I love this blue. It's not as dark as the Night of Navy, but it's such a great blue color. So here's where you have to be very careful and straight up and down. And there she is, rejoice and be glad. So this is turning out really nice. So you can see how quick this one went together, and why I took some liberties earlier to make different colors when I had all my stamps out. I had a lot of fun playing with that. So all we have left to do is glue or tape down our little piece of designer paper. And I like the green glue. Let's hope my green glue is going to work tonight. It is Monday after all, right? This Make It Monday is intentional because Mondays are like hard days for a lot of people. And I figure if you guys want to spend a little time watching me put a card together on Monday night to relax, then that would be really cool. So we got this designer paper. I'm just going to press this way. And so far I'm really pleased that I'm not smudging up my card too much. Now in the catalog, they show... look this up a little bit maybe. They show some little sequins or gems, or I had a really hard time trying to figure out what they were. I did try several different options, and I determined that most likely they used the rhinestone jewels, and what they did was they colored some with a blender pen. So I don't know if you can see, I'm going to lift this up. These ones right here in this little grouping are more blue. I colored them already. So you can, with these Stampin' Blends, these are alcohol-based markers, and I think I want like 5 of this size right here. So I'm just going to really quickly show you how quick and easy it is to color these guys. So I just colored 5 more. So hopefully you can kind of see which ones are blue and which ones are still silver. So you can create these in all the different colors that the Stampin' Blends come in. And I feel like this is most likely what they used here when they were putting this card together. But I could be wrong. But it's my best guess. And I'm just using my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to just put these little guys on here. And you're going to see, hopefully, they don't look like they're silver, right? They look like they've got a blue tint. It picks up really nicely with the paper. It's really hard to see probably on camera, and I apologize, but that is pretty much my best guess as to what they put into the center of these little flowers. And also, I mean, some of these little adhesive thingies, they get pricey. And I'm adding these guys up in my head going, how many am I supposed to use on this card? This is like a lot of little gems to use on one card. So if I was making a ton of these, I probably wouldn't maybe put them all in the centers. I might not. But I mean, that's totally up to you guys. Like if you like to add a lot of embellishments to your card, I mean, it really does make it super pretty. Almost done here. I'm just going to add a couple more. Just spatulaing up here. A little spatula type tool. Get these guys on there. Okay, so there we go. And you can see how like it really does add a lot to the card. This is a really pretty card. And there's plenty of room in here for the sentiment on the inside. And that is like super quick. Make It Monday, right? Isn't that pretty? So this is the blue version. This is the same one that they're showing here in the catalog. So hopefully you can see that. I just totally recreated this card using my best guess as to the colors of everything that are in here. And I want to show you, let me grab out, my apologies, the pink version. This one is, and I didn't put the centers into these, the little jewels into the centers of these ones, but this is Blushing Bride paper. And I used Blushing Bride ink for the back of the flower, and then I sponged on the brand new polished pink. So this is a new in color. Then I used also new in colors, Pale Papaya and Evening Evergreen. So I used the centers with the Pale Papaya and the Evening Evergreen. I did the leaves. So that's the color scheme I used for that card. And then I got one more to show you. Grabbing out the purple version for people that like purple. This is Highland Heather paper. Pretty sure it's Highland Heather. I don't think it's the Gorgeous Grape. I could be wrong. And here's the two purples that I used. So I used the Fresh Freesia, which is a brand new in color, as the back of the flower, and then I sponge daubered on the Gorgeous Grape to get the two tones in the purple. So you can see how nice those purples are going to go together. And then I used the Soft Succulent, new in color, for the leaves here, and I did use the Crushed Curry. So the same color as this little leaf was used for the center of these flowers. And this is just to show you that you can take whatever card design you like and, you know, switch it up. I did use the Rejoice and Be Glad. I used Misty Moonlight for all of them because I was really happy with how bold this looked on the paper. And I didn't really want to mess with the colors on the sentiment. But anyway, this is my little... I got 3 of these done in no time at all, like super fast and easy. I mean, you could probably make a whole bunch of these with different flower stamp sets and bundle them up and, you know, these would be a great little like gift for somebody, I think. They're pretty little note cards. You could change your sentiment, of course, but super easy, super limited supplies, really quick on a Make It Monday. So I'm going to switch back over to me. And there we go. So that was quick and easy. I don't know, what time is it? We didn't even spend 20 minutes on a card. So you can see very, very fast. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick Make It Monday. Please drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know which color was your favorite color, the pink, the purple, or the blue. And if you're ever looking through the catalog, I mean, there's so many great ideas in the catalogs. If you see a card and you're like, I wonder how they made that, just you know, shoot me a message or whatever and be like, can you do this on a Make It Monday? Because I want to know how they made it. And I will dissect and I will play with some paper and figure it out. And then I will show you live on my Monday session. And we can, you know, have a lot of fun with some cards. But the new catalog is coming soon. And as soon as it's on May 4th, as soon as it's live, I will be able to start showing you things from that catalog. But until that time, we're just going to use the annual catalog that is retiring soon. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope you really enjoyed my new segment. And I will see you again soon. Everybody have a great night. Bye.